Okay,
You get
I will.
questions? Okay, perfect.
How many people? What you got? What?
So we'll introduce you and then I'll flip the camera around.
Okay.
I know.
Another safety meeting tomorrow that doesn't excuse this. Okay.
You gotta get Tom an ACG stick.
I would like more. Yes, please.
Both these guys. I can't see
I was like, oh. Okay, I thought he was.
Here we are on the rooftop deck. View of Rainier. About to get started with the tour. Over here we have Fireplace, Alpha Delts.
We'll be recording this, so if you're concerned about that, now would be the time to sort of, to jump off the line. Yeah. Sorry, I gotta get by.
About to get started in 1 second.
I got it. I realize I got to spotlight some folks here.
Do I need to do anything?
Pretty good friends.
Say hi to Jen.
Hey. And Cody.
Say hi to Cody. PC 10.
10.
Another look at the view for people who just joined from the roof deck, unfinished roof deck.
Thanks, Tom. I'm Chris Clark, class of 89. This is my buddy Tom Chiato, class of 86.
Nice to see everybody.
We've got a bunch of people we're going to introduce today, but we thank you, brothers, for attending, and we'll just get right to it. We got a lot of people to talk to and a lot of things to see today.
Right. Did we lose Taylor?
She's coming back.
Hi everybody, like Chris said, I'm Tom Chiato, class of 86. I am the project manager here for Alpha Delts on this project, and we've got a few guests. We're going to start off on the construction side. Chad Quillisi, class of 95, is the owner of our general contracting firm, and Taylor Twisdale, his superintendent, will be back on camera in a minute. Here he comes. And
He's a wanderer.
we're up on the roof. We're up on the roof, I think everyone can tell. It's a beautiful day in Seattle. We've got the lake behind us, or off to my right. And we'll give a little construction update here in a second. Okay, Chris is back. So Taylor, want to introduce Taylor Twisdale. He is our superintendent on site for ACG. And Chad and Taylor, why don't you guys give us an update about what's going on here right now? What do we have to look forward to in the next couple weeks? I think if any of you were on the third Zoom tour a month ago, we were down on the second floor. The third floor had not been framed and the roof had not been framed. So we've come up 2 floors. We're now at the top of the building. We're higher. This new section is, 10 feet higher in that area than the old building was. So we're on the unfinished roof deck, and the view is unbelievable. So
What about our other guests, Tom, before you get rolling here?
Okay, let's do that. Good. Thank you, Chris.
I'm the color guy.
We have Jen, who everyone knows. Who doesn't know Jen? And Cody, class of 2010, up from LA.
That's right.
Visiting and seeing the house for the first time. So we're going to start with the construction, and then we'll have Jen and Cody talk for a little bit.
And what about this guy?
This is Marcus, our Instagram man.
He's an active.
Yes.
Well done.
Thanks for the help, Marcus. Okay, cool. Chad and Taylor, take it away.
Okay, awesome. Like to check, like Tom said, check Quillisi class of '95. Super excited to be back in the construction capacity built after living here. You know, back in the heyday in the late '90s. It's pretty awesome honor to be building this house for everybody as a as an alumni and a member and all that. So glad to be involved. We are up on the roof level now, and we've put up 4 stories. We are getting close to getting the siding going. I think the roofing is probably a few weeks away still.
No, we got a crane tomorrow.
Crane tomorrow.
Roof starts tomorrow.
Roof starts tomorrow, so we're in the middle of brick exterior cladding. Siding will start soon, and we're doing pickup framing down through as we start to do all the rough-in trades coming up from the bottom. So I think
Well, plumbing, new building's just about done plumbing, right guys?
Yep, pretty close.
so. The plumbing's almost done. Fire sprinklers underway. Electrical's underway. HVAC underway. Maybe you can talk about what's coming up the next 2 to 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Take it from there.
Yeah, no problem. Sorry if I'm a little out of breath. I just made the quick 4-story summit up here to the peak. But it looks like I said, we got a big 120-foot crane coming out tomorrow to start flying some shingles and flat roof up. We're going to try and make a quick push to get the roof done so siders can start and nobody's dropping anything on their head. And then we're really trying to get to the dried in phase, just to keep the building watertight so we can run a lot of these rough-in trades down inside the building. The electricians and those guys don't want to get much of their material wet. So we're trying to get dried in pretty quick here. And then we're gonna be starting brick, the new brick on the exterior. All the repair of the old historical stuff is kind of wrapping up next week. So we're making good progress. We're doing pretty good. Yeah.
So we have a special little ceremony we have to do here. A rite of passage. We are going to hand out a couple of ACG Alpha Delta Phi stickers. You wear these on your hard hats. We noticed that Tom and Chris are missing these.
So you had them, man.
So, Tom, we are presenting you one of these.
Inaugural number
Chris,
236.
this is for you.
Thank you so much.
These are numbered, so these are serial numbers. So these are very, very important. Jen, there's one for you, and one on your hard hat there. So
Thank you.
these put them on your hard hat. It's a big deal. It's a bragging right around here to get an ACG sticker on your hard hat. So you're official now, Tom.
Awesome. Okay, so let's tell us about the roof deck. And I think most people thought it wasn't going to happen. Where are we on the access of this roof deck?
Talking to me, Chris?
Yes.
Yeah. So we are on the roof deck. When we finished the house, or the building was permitted with an unfinished roof. Really, it's not a regularly accessible roof deck at this point. It's really just a maintenance roof deck. There will be some mechanical equipment up here, and our roof surface. So we, if possible, we could finish this roof out if we raise a little more money, I think you could say, Chris.
How tall is that wall behind you? It's almost head height.
4
for
feet.
you. It's neck height for Tom.
48 inches.
Hey, I'm tall in spirit.
48
okay?
inches.
48 inches.
There will be several big pieces of mechanical equipment up here too, so it's not all wide open, but it could be accessible.
That's a trick question.
Jen,
Put you on the spot.
you can see how spacious this is.
Here's a view of Chris' village.
Roof deck looking massive.
Let's go down to one of the third floor bedrooms. Take a look, Chris.
Okay.
Can you walk and film?
Look at the brick real quick. I think we
Yes.
want to talk about one sort of highlight that I think is really cool. If we look at the brick, this is the old brick. what we've done is in certain parts of the house, most of the back side of the house, we've taken all this old brick off of the house. We've painstakingly chipped away all of the old mortar from the brick, and then we've stacked all that brick for reuse on the front of the house, so it maintains the historical look of the house, and we are not using new brick anywhere along the front side. And it's been quite a process with guys up in the air 60 feet on man lifts chipping away at all that brick. We can see some down at the very bottom where it's all stacked up in big pallets, but it's a 100-year-old brick. It's just as good when you chip away the mortar, and we're using it everywhere. So the house will look totally uniform from the front side of the street. You won't be able to tell the difference between old brick and new brick, which is a super, super cool look that it's going to have here.
And is that surface ready for the new roof?
Yes, that's the ice and water shield for the new roof. So
How did they get the old roof off?
So they had anchors up at the top, and then guys with basically rock climbing gear on, rappelling down. They were roped in, and then they were with pry bars and things like that, just shoveling away the roof as they rappelled down the face of the roof. And if you show this side here, it's extremely steep, almost straight up and down.
And that part behind the chimney looks like the roof that we used to have that let water in all the time.
Yep, that's the old part.
It still needs to get shitty.
Yeah, that's not done yet.
Oh, okay. I thought it was for daylighting.
So when we get outside at the end of the tour, assuming we make it there, you'll be able to see this is the old tuck. We've started tuck pointing, structural tuck pointing on the whole building, and cleaning the brick, and it's a real marked difference from what you're seeing on the old chimney here and the section down below.
Yeah.
So
what we do for that is we're basically taking grinders and we're grinding out the mortar between the bricks 1.5 inches deep past the face of the brick, and then we're remortaring that brick all the way along everywhere along the whole house. So it's all brand new. So it'll give it another 100 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, fabulous. Is Taylor doing that himself?
Yeah, mostly at night when the other guys have left. But it's going smooth.
Okay, where are we going now?
let's go downstairs to the front third. One of the
So when they move downstairs to the circle, we might
Say goodbye to the roof. We're now heading downstairs.
Taylor, where do we got the
Right
one
here.
platform? Oh, right here. This will be receiving of the items, and I think
It's kind of look like it's one building, but there is an access, there is an alleyway, a doorway on that ground floor. Is that correct, Tom?
Yeah, so the question was, so the alleyway that comes in, like by the bike storage down below, will the two buildings come together with a brick tuck point? There won't be any gap or anything between the two structures?
correct.
yeah, you won't notice the difference.
Okay.
There's a bit of an air gap, but it's all closed up. There's no, if that was,
It won't feel like a new section or an old section.
No,
It'll
no.
feel like one
Does
single
that,
One building.
does that answer your question, Tommy Clark?
got a troublemaker.
Thank you very much.
Okay, go right ahead.
What's that, Chris? You're ready?
You guys are ready.
So here, we've moved down from the roof deck. We're in one of the third floor new bedrooms, study rooms, let me say. And which these rooms are amazing, high ceilings, and most of which have a platform sleeping area. Somewhat similar to some of those rooms in the new section that we all knew back 80s, 90s.
And it'll have a ladder. There'll be a steel ladder right here that goes up, so somebody can put a mattress or whatever up there if they wanted to. But every one of these will get a ladder up there.
Yep. So amazing light, great spaces, high ceilings, just really, really nice. Cody, what do you think of this?
It's amazing. Being here in person, it's so much bigger than what it looks like on video. It's truly stunning. I'm kind of speechless.
What was the old school movie you get to move back in?
Old school movie? Which one?
You get to move back into your fraternity house, right? You go back to school.
I've heard that from a lot of people, that they'd actually like to. I know at least a few guys from our class that basically said, you know, can I move back in? They're
You just
ready
said
for
masters.
it.
Time to work on a
Yeah,
master.
time to get a master's for me.
We have a question from Charlie on Instagram Live, and he wants to know what the estimated completion date is.
We hope to have our certificate of occupancy in January. That's the goal.
January 2022.
There you go, Charlie. January 2022.
And then there'll be a period of setting up the house, giving ourselves a little flexibility, and then move in for spring quarter of 22.
Is Marcus there?
Yes.
Yeah, quick related question. People are asking where the houses are saying the answer to the DU house. I'm just curious. What's your thoughts to living in the DU house?
How's the DU house?
Oh,
Oh my God.
Also, Marcus, you
you know,
Fascinating.
I'll say it's not Alpha Delts. That's the answer. It's you know, it's been a good time. There's an adjustment period for sure, but you know, we're all excited to get back into this brand new house.
Nice.
It's the most generous.
Jen wants to stay at DU, right?
Oh my God. No, not even for an hour. I'm ready. You tell me we can move in like in 4 o'clock and I will be here.
Okay, very good. Let's start moving Jen tonight.
Yep.
Okay,
As
Tom.
is. I would move in as is.
What's next?
I would.
Where are we going next?
what time do we got?
Here's the view from this window.
Oh, perfect. We'll wander down.
Bang.
We break up a lot on the last move. Okay, let's see where they take us. I'll kind of wander around, but yeah, all these vaulted ceilings.
So out here is not a, this is not a lounge. This is more bedrooms.
More back. Yeah. Second floor is the lounge. Yeah. Right off the deck.
Yeah.
Okay.
More rooms over here. Another view of the front side of the house. Hey, Alpha Delts.
Where are you going to put your furniture?
This is pretty.
Are we gonna have the same kind of attic in the?
Hello. Let's go down to the study room or the presentation room or whatever you call it.
Party. Oh, sorry. No, presentation.
The presentation room.
Yeah. We're trying to do something there. We're running into a little bit. Now, slowly, but have those accessible in three rooms.
Okay.
Tom, isn't that called the logo tech hall?
Logo Tech Hall.
Is that still
I'm not sure why it's
still
called
the
that,
name?
to be
I
completely
know.
honest.
I know the answer.
Okay, let's talk about that then when we get down there. But is it applicable to what we're doing?
Yes.
Currently heading down to
Well, the
Logo Tech
conversation with-
Hall.
I'll tell you in a minute.
Okay.
Still good, Tom? It will be, no, it's,
Might be an app.
this
Might
is
be.
actually
Logo Tech Hall, previously known as the bar room.
I believe, is there a deck off of this?
Yeah, so the deck will come in right here. This will have out here, these big columns will be wrapped in brick. So this will all be brick. This will be brick over here. There'll be a big iron railing that goes around, and this will go brick up here. And then there's another deck up above us as well. And then down below us, then there's a patio underneath. But this will be the deck off the Logotech hall. So that deck will be off of that study room up there. We can take a look in here. It's kind of interesting to look at some of the steel that had to go into this. Besides this, you saw this steel structure here. We had to crane in all this steel over the top of the old house, put in this steel, and then weld it all into place.
Does it go all the way to the concrete?
All the way down to the foundation. Yep. So these big pieces, the crane had to get parked over here on this side, and then we had to crane up over this building to put the steel in the position there. And the crane sat right where the blade trucks are. It was pretty big to negotiate between these power lines, the peaks, and the structures.
You can get a feel for where we are right now was over the basketball court.
Yep.
And all the space that we were able
to
get from that parking lot.
Yeah, the parking lot was here, the basketball court was right out here.
I saw people play basketball on it.
Dodgeball court.
And then
And then
how about the steel in here?
So then this steel all goes in and ties into that whole frame. You can see these big, huge pieces that go across here, and then there's another piece here. We had to crane all this in. These posts connect all the way down to the foundation down below, and the same thing over there. That's what clear spans this room and keeps this whole thing wide open for the fun that we'll have, be had here.
And are we on the main floor?
Yeah, this is the main floor here.
Okay.
This isn't far, Chris, from the old bar. Yeah.
The Black Velvet Lady.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
You can officially be the first one to shotgun.
There's a question, what's the flooring is gonna go in here?
Flooring.
This is all luxury vinyl plank in here. So vinyl flooring, plank floor.
It'll look like hardwood.
It'll look like a hardwood floor. It'll look cool.
Better.
Yeah.
Last forever.
Yeah. Should be bulletproof.
Nice.
That'll all be glued down. So.
And we're
Does it
currently
go up
working on
the
this. One thing we're working on in this room is the exact AV capabilities for both for parties and for speaking engagements, different meetings, things like that. Trying to truly make it a multi-purpose room to be used by the house, by the alumni, potentially for public speaking events, a lot of different things. So putting the final touches on that. It will be an amazing space.
I'm happy to share that.
And what about the finish in here? Will it be just sheetrock or wainscoting?
There's a little bit of wood finish and sheetrock.
There's some paneling, I think.
Yeah, some wood paneling.
Yeah, it'll look pretty nice.
Durable, but very nice.
Let's go see the entrance and the stairs and how they've been modified. Like the library.
DJ booth going right in this corner.
You can see
Boat bar coming soon.
it's too dark, but you can see these are going to be wall-mounted toilets. So there will be no floor-mounted toilets in this building. These are all mounted on the walls. So all the bathrooms have floor drains here. So when you go to clean everything, you can just hose it down in the bathroom. The toilets will be off the floor. This is all cast iron in here to hold all this on here, so it's pretty stout. But it should be able to, have bathrooms be cleaned really easily and stay pretty clean with everything off the floor.
And now, is this a ladies' room or men's room?
This is a men's bathroom. So showers are over here. Toilets here. Yeah.
Nice. Very good.
What's the bathroom count from what it used to be to what it will be?
Well, things got reconfigured. So the bathrooms all got bigger, but there's probably less of them overall.
Sure.
Yeah. So it's totally different now.
Yeah, per code there's enough fixtures for 100 people.
Wow.
Yeah.
Right on. So.
And
It's more than there used to be.
Yeah.
all the bathrooms are in the new building, correct?
Correct.
Really? No bathrooms on the
It all
old section now.
stacks
Basically
over.
in the center of the whole building,
Yeah.
located in the new
So now, because I think the idea is that we don't really have a new and an old anymore.
Right.
It's all new, and the bathrooms are just stacked in the sort of the core of the building over the top of each other, and they're just all a lot bigger.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, dorms right capacity, it's all sized for 100 people.
And do the showers share the space with the toilets, or are they kind of split out?
Well,
Separate space, not too different than what we used to.
Okay.
They're split out. So this is
And there's a women's room on this floor.
directly on the floor. Is the smallest amount of shower. This is a small shower in here. Sink slide up here. Floor drains again, like Chad said, so you can just hose everything down when it gets dirty, nice and easy. A couple of toilets in here, but then in the on the floors above and below, you'll have basically this whole area will be more.
The shower area will be double of this, right? Yeah. So it'll be pretty huge.
Nice. Okay, let's go see that new library entrance. How the library entrance moved. Perfect. On schedule, baby. I won't waste any minute of your time.
Chris here, and everyone, here's one thing to note: that the door into the library had to be relocated, so it's actually now facing, what we all used to know, the living room. We're starting to work on the detailed framing inside the library. It's going to be similar to what it used to be, but better. And then, so here's where the fireplace is.
This is the library. Lots of studying getting done in here. Good grades.
And that fireplace is still there.
Doors. Will we have doors here too?
The doors will be there. Yep. Carry double doors there.
And the fireplace
The
is
fireplace
still
is
there?
all original. It's still there. It's being protected underneath that big plywood box. So it's been saved from day one. So
This is the back of the library fireplace.
that's
right here?
the old, the back of the old library fireplace. This would have been the wall that was in the living room.
Right.
And you wouldn't have seen a doorway. You would have walked around the corner. Now you'll be able to just come on
Will the
inside.
library still have a fireplace?
Yes. One other thing about the living room, Chris, maybe you mentioned it. There will be a new wall here, 2 sets of French doors into the living room. Living room can be secure, separated off for special events. Wear and tear will be a little
And
less
this will be
on
a
it.
corridor
This
here.
is basically just a big hall that moves. You move from the new building that we're building towards the dining room. So.
Tom, we have a question from Luke. He wants to know whether or not the boiler room will still be taking up the same space, or if it'll be.
The boiler room still exists. The boiler is gone. We have
Okay.
moved that, and new mechanical equipment will be located down in that same space.
Great, thank you.
Actually put more equipment in there than was before because there's a kitchen makeup air handler unit that goes in there, plus new hot water tanks, plus fire sprinkler riser. So there's actually a lot more stuff being crammed in there in the same space. But the good news is it's all happening in one space with the electrical panels and everything. So it's all in one place now instead of in a few places like it was before.
I hope that answered your question, Luke.
Okay, here's the library. Library or sign off? We're gonna go see the front. So, come to the next tour and we'll show you all the rest of the stuff.
Thanks, guests.
Oh no, he'll be right back.
All right, here's one last look at the outside of the house right now, the construction. We're about to wrap up this tour. Tune in next month to see the next updates.
Moving fast, so come on the tour next month.
Everybody say goodbye.
All right, talk to you later.
And think about sponsoring that roof deck. That'd be a really good use of your funds.
See ya.